friend. So if you haven't been living under a rock for the last few years, then you've definitely heard of something called a low-priced ebook promotion. Maybe you didn't know that's what it was called, but you've seen emails and social media posts from new authors saying, hey, my book is available as an ebook for like 99 cents or $1.99. Come and check it out. It's for a limited time only. So what is the deal with this low-priced ebook phenomenon? I want to tell you about that today because I think it's important for you as an aspiring author to understand the trends that are happening in the book business. It also will help you see something that most first-time authors don't really want to see, which is that making money off each copy of your book is not a good place to place your priorities when you're getting your book into the world. Okay, so let's get started. Why on earth would a publisher and an author want to put their amazing book full of great information that was obviously, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get into the world on sale for such a low price? Well, the number one reason, the reason that's the most important is that it makes it very easy for readers to say yes to trying your book. So when you are a first-time author and you don't yet have books in the world that people have already read and felt like were amazing, they might have a little bit of a hesitation about actually spending money on your book. My book, which you can see back there, The Book You Were Born to Write, is $25.99. I mean, that is an investment for many, many people. And while I believe that it will make back their investment and then some, it's really not so easy to get people to spend that kind of money on a book if they don't know who you are. However, if you can give it to them for $1.99, they're like, well, I mean, $1.99, I've got that change in my pocket. Why don't I just throw it at the book and see what happens? So that's the number one reason. It will get adoption from people who may not yet be ready to spend the big bucks of the, $20 or $25 that your hardcover or paperback costs. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, it leads into the second thing, because the more people who buy your book and read it, the more people are going to be talking about it out in the world. And word of mouth sales is the number one thing that helps people make it to that next tier of notoriety in terms of being an author, a speaker, and a teacher. Okay, so the number two reason to set a very low price for your ebook for a limited time only, not forever, is because it will generate more word of mouth sales. People will hear about it because more people are reading it. Okay, and when people hear about a book that someone has read as an ebook, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to buy it as an ebook. They may buy the hard copy. So in a way, for that low ebook price, you may actually be generating a hard copy sale, or more than one hard copy sale. Because again, it's easier for people to say yes to an author they've never read before if someone they love and trust has read the book and said, you know what, you really should read this book. It's going to be really, really good for you, right? I mean, I've had that experience. I'm sure you have too. Now, the third reason why it's a good idea to set your ebook at a very low price for a promotional period is because, believe it or not, it ends up generating more hard copy sales, more paper book sales, okay? Because many of us, and maybe you're one of them, I am definitely one of them, have put out a little bit of money to buy an ebook, read a few pages or a chapter or two on my Kindle or on my iPhone, and then I go back to buy the hard copy. Now, why on earth would I do that? I've already paid for the ebook. Well, because there's something about having books on your shelf. It's just a different sort of thing, especially if your book has any reference to it at all, or is a book someone is going to want to come back to. So this is anything nonfiction, practical nonfiction, something that guides someone through a process, something that teaches them about something. In my case, I have a reference book about how to write a book. These are books people tend to want to have in hard copy on their shelf so they can pull it off the shelf when they need to and refer back to chapter 8 or something like that. It's easier to do that, or at least we still think it is, on a hard copy than on an ebook. So actually putting your book out there at a low price is a way to sort of entice people to take a sample and then come back and buy the hard copy. So those are just 3 reasons why. I mean, there's one more reason I'll just say, which is it becomes an event. You can let your list know, hey, there's something cool happening right now. It's an event. It's timely. You need to act on it today. And anytime we do that, for some reason, our own human minds say, oh my gosh, I've got to jump on this. This is time. There's an event. It's going to be over. I need to buy the book now. And so that adds a certain amount of urgency to people's, idea of buying the book. They might have thought before, well, I'll buy it someday. But instead it's like, oh wow, right now it's for $1.99. I'm going to buy it. And again, every copy sold and read leads to more word of mouth sales, or at least you hope so, as long as your book is good. So that's your video for today. I'm super excited about the fact that I get to teach you you all the things I've learned in the process of publishing my book and in the process of being an editor for the last 20 years. So I hope you'll subscribe to this channel, never miss a video, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon.